Good morning. It is Monday, October 9th, and today I am driving to Ludlow, Vermont. Ludlow, oh my goodness, still waking up. Ludlow is the town right at the base of Okemo Mountain, somewhere I grew up going with my family for ski trips, and then in college with friends for little road trips and adventures. This might be the first time I'm going in October, and there will be many stops along the way, so let's get ready. Yes, I definitely need to clean the inside of that mirror, but it's the inside of the vanity, so pretty you can see it. Juice time. I'm in, I think, New Haven, Connecticut. Let's go. It was super fun. 8 pedals. I got a green juice, and then I also got a green smoothie because I could not make up my mind, but resisted the coffee because there's another place coming. Connecticut at Story and Single. People can hear me, so I'm walking quicker, but I got a cold brew vanilla syrup, and it's pretty good. Stickers were fun. Next up, bagel. Benson's Bagels, we made it in Massachusetts. Okay, I pulled over to eat my bagel. It's done. I got a jalapeno cheddar bagel and a pastrami Reuben sandwich. I think that means there was some sort of Thousand Island dressing situation, maybe sauerkraut, some sort of cheese. It was flavorful. I didn't realize that pastrami is so salty. They did it perfectly, and I would still get the same thing again probably. It was like presentation-wise wonderful and taste-wise wonderful. So yeah, it was fun. It's like the bagel store I grew up with, where you put your order in and you know that it's going to take a minute because everything is so fresh and like made when you order. But everyone who works there was really sweet, and everyone in line was really kind with each other. So overall, really, really positive experiences in this town in Massachusetts. I got rid of my like snow boots, all-weather boots last year that I'd had since I think 5th or 6th grade. So I need, ideally, to find a pair to invest in and wear for commuting this winter. And I would love to hike on the mountain tomorrow, so I'm hoping to find a pair today. And I'm really excited about where we're going to look for them, so see you soon. She's carrying me. It is so cute. I've stayed at Homestyle Hostel before. My understanding, which could definitely be wrong, is that they are not doing lodging there anymore, just like a restaurant. But this is what was meant to be their like dedicated, more hotel-ish space across the street. Definitely more beds than I need right now. I could sit like probably 4 people. I love this little like ski gear corner. Super intentional given our spot right down the road from Okemo Mountain. A little sitting area. I've set up my luggage here. Hello. I really am loving these boots. Oh my goodness, what a gift. I'm in the bathroom. It's really nice. I already used some of the towels. Ignore that. There's like cute products. I'm about to take a nice hot shower, hopefully. And there's more of the products there. It is day 2 and the last day. I just went to Java Bava's. I did not think they had cold brew. Not because I didn't think they had cold brew, but because the menu didn't have cold brew on it on the website. They did, and it was awesome, and I drank so much so quickly, so much energy. The hatchery for breakfast, I had blueberry pancakes and fresh orange juice, and it was delicious. They also have 2 like special ways that you can jazz up menu items. One is fireworks, which is when you get like strawberries, blueberries, and whipped cream and maybe bananas all like added, but saying it's called fireworks makes it so much more fun. And the other one is getting your spuds funky with like Vermont cheddar, I think, and maybe something else. But I just had so much joy listening to the waitress describe these ways to spruce up your menu items. And that's it. It's drizzling a little bit, but the locals told me that it will subside, and we'll see how far up the mountain we can get. It's chilly though. I do not regret the sleeping bag coat, even though everyone thinks it's a little bit crazy. Okay, this is the Ludlow overlook in the Okemo State Forest. Okay, so this peak over here, I want to say that's Jackson Gore, but maybe Solitude. And I definitely hear things moving in the woods, and that is freaking me out. It's really stunning. I cannot believe that I'm here. Ah! Okay, so this is a ski trail in the winter, but I guess it's a paved road. I tried to go to the top, and then the barricades were closed. It said to the summit, like go this way, but I don't like crossing fences when they're closed. So pretty. Just taking in the fall colors. I remember when I was little, I used to like purposefully stop here, not to see the view, but with the excuse of the view, because skiing made me a little bit nervous. But I'm so grateful that I know how to do it. I'm already thinking about ways I can get my family back here, if not this year, then in the near future. They did say that there are bears around right now, and so I have elected not to walk by myself to the top, but instead I'm in my car, my truck, and I also have to get home in time. Today is the day to commute back as well. I passed by, so when you take this road, mountain road in the winter, like I said, it's a ski trail, but now is for cars, and I like drove past the things I would ski past usually, so the Waffle Cabin and the Sugar House Lodge and these different ski trails that I love. There was like Vortex into Quantum Leap was one that my friend and I loved to do because it just sounded so cool, even though I wasn't. And Screamin' Demon was a blue trail that would go to Solitude area and be super fun. I always avoided moguls, and I would still avoid moguls if I tried today. But this makes me really want to have my skis and for there to be snow, and I hope that the recovery from the recent like mud and storms here is ready for ski season. I know it means a lot to this community and to me. I got to catch up with some locals at the coffee shop, not that I knew them, but they shared some of what has been happening recently with the storm recovery. And oh, it's so nice to be back. Okay, we are approaching Jackson Gore. This is where I used to stay as a little one with my parents and my sister. And this was like the coolest innovation ever. It was a heated garage, or just a garage on the inside, so when you entered your car you were not completely frozen solid. It was really sweet. Let's go inside. Okay, so this is the Jackson Gore kind of lobby hangout area. In the winter, this fire would definitely be on and families would be eating their like s'mores orders from the restaurant at these tables. I especially thought it was so cool that we could come downstairs in our slippers and go to dinner, and definitely took advantage of that for at least a season. The second floor area is so sweet. I remember doing like school projects and preparing for mock trial up there, and the mountains are right out there, so let's go see. Oh my goodness, all the memories. That is the Roundhouse like right there. Some of the best cheeseburgers and french fries, and in my dad's opinion, the chili in a bread bowl, top notch. We're approaching where like the rental shop is and where you get your tickets and passes. So if you stay here, you don't bring your skis inside because it's a hotel or an inn or whatever it is. You check them in over here at the end of the day. Super convenient. And we always bought tickets like day by day because weather-wise and mood-wise and energy-wise, we didn't know if we would ski consistently, and often we did not ski consistently. So cute. 2023. Almost over. This mountain coaster, I think it's called the Timber River. Yes, it is. So sweet. It looks like they're running the lift right now, but maybe just to test things, but it's definitely not. Well, I don't think it's open. If it is, maybe I'll go. Ooh, waffle cabin. So much fun, so tasty. What a beautiful, beautiful place. I love that you can see the mountains on one side from the other side. These orange bubbles were such a gift. They kept you a bit warmer on these long rides up the mountain. They're not that long, but it is amazing. It is so cool. I'm already talking with my family about how we get back here. As a unit, it's more fun with them than without. This chalkeria is definitely new since my time being here. I was trying to calculate it, and I think I haven't been back here since about 2017, like start of 2017. And things have changed, and a lot's the same, and I love that balance. Okay, regardless of what anyone's saying, it is for sure a bit chilly, and I have no regrets about sleeping bag jacket coming out today on October 10th. I'm gonna try to get toward the houses at Solitude, which are like my favorite to dream about and admire. Let's see. Okay, so some either or questions that I came up with. I don't know if I came up with them, but that I'm thinking of right now are like, would you rather go to, also, am I on the right road? Maybe. Okay, would you rather go to Vermont in like winter or fall? We'll leave spring and summer out of this, either or. Would you rather a maple creamy or a waffle cabin waffle? I don't know if I could choose for that one. Cheeseburger and fries or chili and bread bowl at any of the cafeterias. Summit Lodge, which is at the top of the mountain, or the Roundhouse at Jackson Gore. Sitting Bull, which is the like restaurant-y thing at the Okemo base, or Coleman Brook Tavern, which is the restaurant at the Jackson Gore base. Before lunch skiing or after lunch skiing? Yes, you can and should maybe do both sometimes, but I don't know. Sometimes I have preference. A day of cross-country skiing or a day at the Manchester Outlets. Springhouse, like exercise facilities or swimming facilities. Ice skating or timber ripper. Skiing on a day that's like hotter than preferred or colder than preferred. Ice or slush. Of like the trail conditions. Top to bottom from Solitude or Jackson Gore. I don't even know if that's a thing, but let's throw it in there. Walking around like kind of the lower areas of the mountain, which is what I'm doing, or walking from the bottom to the top. And definitely factor in the bear probability, y'all. Let's see. Looking at the art galleries, we're looking at the real estate. Going to an old favorite place or a new business here. A little of both is definitely encouraged. Stickers or murals. For some context, this morning I like fully stopped at different like lampposts just to see what kind of stickers are being put up in this area, and there was 2 gorgeous murals, I think by the same person, as of 2023, so pretty new. But I'm so excited for it. Hope to see more of that if I get to return. Okay, that's gonna be either or. I feel like the last time I did a nature walk, really, was living in Arkansas. There was the Razorback Greenway there that I loved. And this is not exactly the same thing. It's fully a road for cars, but it feels more familiar to me. And I like that there's this mile marker thing coming up, so whoa, Zoom is making the quality a little iffy, but it's only 1.35 miles to Solitude Village, and that feels doable. Oh, 0.85 to where I actually like would want to stop and then look at the houses, so let's go that way. A little sign says Green Mountain Railroad. There we go. Oh my goodness, I am definitely huffing and puffing. It's like a slow incline-ish, but it's a real incline. And I'm walking backwards right now. But here we go. I do like that this is happening because I feel like I'm seeing everything in a different way than just from the car. And because I've spent the most of the last day or so having maple snacks and driving. So good to use our bodies, move our bodies, and the outfit was for the occasion of walking. I am loving these boots. Okay, time to catch my breath. I feel like this is a bunch of random thoughts, but my mom and I definitely walked from the Okemo base to Jackson Gore base 1, pretty sure, and then maybe took the shuttle back. So I'm doing it in the reverse today. I maybe should have put this in some way in the either or. This is my favorite little ski lift. Yep, it still only has room for 3 people. I feel like most of them have 4, and then maybe some have room for 6, but not this little buddy. And it shows you all those houses that we'll look at. If you know me and you've seen my Facebook, you will see some photos of my dear friends and I here in like hiking gear in maybe August time years ago. But that's a little trail. I think it's a blue, but then right here maybe is a green. And oh, it's so much fun. I had another thought about this, but I forgot. So maybe I'll come back to me later. But oh, I love this place. So sweet. So the lift that we just looked at is called Morning Star. And it made me think of all the different like trail names that we would try to keep in our heads. So Jackson Gore was not there from like the inception of our time going to Okemo. It was built up in like the early 2000s. I don't remember, but you would have to try to remember, well, they had trail maps, but we would try to remember the roads you would take to get back home when the lifts were closing. So I think it was like Mountain Road to Southern Crossing to maybe Jackalope, or vice versa with those last 2. That would get you from the main Okemo base area over to Jackson Gore, where we would stay. This morning I was talking with my dad about some of those memories, and there was this advertisement in whatever like local paper there was for Okemo, and it was this girl's signature over the course of her life. So it started as like Katie when she was little, and then it was Kate, then it was Caitlin, and then so on. And I love thinking about that because I started coming here when I was like, I don't know, 2, and now I'm 28. Wild. Also, with those ski lifts, there was one time that my sister sort of slid off, but it was still near the bottom. She didn't like fall on the ground. It was just a little startling. And I think it was ski lift like number 90, and I'm not a fan of, I don't condone superstition, but for a while sauce like every time we've been near a ski lift since. It's like, is it number 90? Is it number 90? I could think of it as more of a family joke, but definitely a thing, and something that came to mind for me just now. I'm approaching the houses. Okay, these are some of them. How fun would it be to have, like, I don't know, a gazillion family members and have a tradition of always coming back to this like homestead on Okemo Mountain? Just putting it out there. Okay, something that's giving me some peace right now is the idea that when I walk the other direction back to the car, it's gonna be all downhill. Woo, downhill. I'm also remembering that there was this house that we used to ski by with maybe a golden retriever or a Labrador. I would always be on the porch vibing. And when the trail was making me nervous, that was something I looked forward to. I wonder if this is like similar to preferences in a big city. So I do love high up views, but I think there's something really sweet about being closer to street level, being able to like see the life, see the like signage of different restaurants and shops, just like be part of the community at that level, near the trees. I really like being near the bases of the mountain. I don't feel like this hike is any less intense than when you're higher up, but I could be wrong. But it's letting me see a lot of things that feel nostalgic to me in a warm and fuzzy way, while the top of the mountain is a place I associate with like being freezing and really strong winds, so I like that. Another stunning house in the woods and these cute little bridges that felt like special effects to me that are like actually necessary. And the steam in the winter, it's cold enough, I guess that will be frozen over. I'm trying to think of like what the New York City equivalent of this is. Maybe when there's construction overhead. Whenever we skied below these, well, I guess sometimes you had these teenagers who would take snow off their skis and whatnot, but it also felt really quaint. I want to say this is called Timberline, but I could be very wrong. So you can see that there's like houses right on the trail, and that's where we started earlier. So yes, that feels like a sweet thing to take part in, to walk this way, have the ability to do that. A lot to be grateful for. And there's no one here, what the heck. Okay, this one, money shot. So pretty. I feel like it'd be a lot of upkeep, but also maybe worth it in some ways. I don't know. I love staying in town and in little condos. It's just kind of like what I grew up with and what I'm used to, but if you have a big family, God bless. Way off in the distance there, I think, is the golf course, which is also where you can go cross-country skiing. My friend and I did that when we were younger. My mom dropped us off, and it was like toward the end of the sunlight hours of the day, and we thought we could do anything. We were felt pretty kick butt about ourselves, and so they have the same signage for what type of trail it is when you're cross-country skiing as downhill, and we thought since we were downhill skiers, surely we could do any cross-country skiing. We could not. The Black Diamond Trail was so hard. We ended up at some point, to avoid like going into the frozen lake, and on our knees with our skis behind us because we could not figure out how to get them off, and it led to some funny memories, but was also definitely humbling. If I ever get to cross-country ski again, I am going to take it way more seriously. But it's definitely a workout and a nice change of pace when, I don't know, maybe when you don't feel like downhill skiing or vice versa. All right, continuing the hike. This is not the house with the dog, but it was always my favorite. Maybe it was the house with the dog, I don't know, but I really liked it. Gotta take a moment to pause for a little purple flower. Someone knows what this is. I'd love to know. So sweet. One of my dad's favorite adages, I think, is that you can more readily take layers off than you can put them on when you don't have them. So the coat is opening a bit. It's a little annoying to think of carrying it, but this is helping. I'm getting a breeze. Okay, backwards walking thought. Do I need a partner who skis or snowboards? Absolutely not. The Bible says nothing about having an ability to ski or snowboard. Would I like it? Sure. But I think more importantly even is like having joy wherever you're planted and investing time mutually in things that each other enjoys. I feel like that's of the heart of kind of like service to each other and devotion to each other and being one. So if someone is content with snuggling up to a book in the fireplace while I ski, that works for me. And we have made it to the Solitude Lodge. Not the place I would frequent the most. It's a little bit out of the way. There's not much parking. They used to do this kind of funky thing where you could take a snowcat at nighttime to their restaurant for like a special dining experience. I never did it, but it always piqued my interest. It's right here. This feels like it might have been the doghouse, and if not, I mean, I think they should get one. How well suited is it? This like amazing, epic log cabin. And I think there's like a hot tub over here, and that's where I would see the dog. Love it. Okay, we made it to our little destination for today. It looks like I've walked about like 2.3 miles today, and it says 23 flights of stairs, like equivalency for, is it altitude? So that feels sweet. And then there's the journey back now. I think it will have me back around my truck around 12, which is when I was hoping to hit the road. So I like this as a compromise. It seems like on the weekends you can take the Sunburst lift either up or down and hike the other way if you want, or go both ways on the lift maybe. And so I think I would have gone or tried to go to the top if that was an option, but I've never walked it before, and timing wise I wasn't so sure. And then those bears again, those bears are really freaking me out, but I heard they're nothing to worry about. So do your own research, please, and don't take me at face value. Someone did say, like maybe a local or someone we're affiliated with here, I don't know, to beware of the porcupines if you have dogs. I would not have thought to be aware of that, so maybe read up on that too. Isn't it wild, like the things that we remember about our memories? So we used to stay at Winter Place before Jackson Gore was a thing, and maybe sometimes afterward. And I remember the shampoo and conditioner bottles and really liking them. I think they were made of like rice paper or something, and they had some eco twist to their mission. And like I can vaguely remember the smell. I remember that the unit we would stay in would have 2 rooms, and there would be these little twin-sized beds that my sister and I would each have one. And then our bathroom had like the smallest shower, but I so loved that we had a separate bathroom from my parents and that we could get ready in there. I remember like that AIM, like AOL Instant Messenger, was a thing at the time, and like in 8th grade when I was like newly dating somebody, that we would like message on there while I was here with my family. I remember going to this place, Sam's Steakhouse, and my family actually talks about this one a lot. I ordered this like huge ribeye and fully consumed it myself at like 13 years old. And I remember when we would stay at the Clock Tower area, and you could like go across the street to the cafeteria to get breakfast, and I would have a hash brown with ketchup. And I think sometimes my dad would bring it back for me because I was a bit slow to get up in the morning, and he was a bit more of the first chair of the first lift kind of fella. Yeah, if anything else comes to me, I will share more maybe, but those are some that come to mind right now. Oh my goodness, how could I not have included this with the original bunch? There were these signs on the ski lift, like on the big poles that hold up the ski lift that would say relax, you're on Okemo mountain time. Music to my ears. And another one that was advertising some of the ski on ski off condos that said something like, if you were here if you were staying here, you'd be home right now. And just some of the best advertising. Really a big fan. Okay, another memory. My sister was with my dad at some point, and maybe they were going up the lift and then down. And she said something prophetic, like the journey up being a lot like longer than the journey down. And I feel like that's proving true on this little walk even. Unrelated thought. Wow, everywhere takes Apple Pay. And that makes sense because we are in the Apple Pay world, but I guess my only point of reference is like 7-ish years ago when Apple Pay, I'm pretty sure, didn't exist. And so it's blowing my mind. Yay, Ludlow. It is about 11:30. The sun is coming out, and I'm gonna kind of summarize next steps here while walking because I want to be as efficient as possible. So when I get to the car, I'm gonna swap out the winter coat, put it back in my suitcase, and I have like a little black, more urban, more temperate weather coat that I have just like in the passenger seat ready to go for later. I'm gonna switch out my boots for my sneakers, switch out my socks just to make sure everything is as fresh as possible, and that I'm not sitting in like sweaty clothes all day. I'm aiming for only one stop between here and New York at a smoothie place called My Main Squeeze in Massachusetts. Never been there, but I saw a photo of like a pumpkin smoothie, and I think that would be just a really sweet end to this really brief, lovely trip. It'll also just like break up the drive in about half, and I like looking at the minutes and the hours go down from a smaller number than a bigger one. We'll probably listen to like a movie and or a book and or a podcast on the way. I have definitely also been listening to Christmas carols on this drive, and I have no shame about it. It's been so sweet. And I think that's it. So maybe next time I check in, we'll be at the smoothie place. Maybe it will be sooner. I don't know. See you soon. So I got pumpkin, but I added kale. It's the greenness and protein powder, and there's no straws right now. It's a little bit bummer if I have a spoon, so let's see what works best. All right, I'm back in New York City. I'm making almond milk tortellini. Oh, forgot one. That was a big fun. And gonna get ready for bed soon, get ready for work, hopefully find something nice to watch. But it was a really nice trip. I was ready to not be driving anymore by the end of it, but I listened to some Christmas music, I listened to some news, I listened to some podcasts, I think, and it was nice to break up the drive with that smoothie, but it did put me at like just at the right arrival time instead of having a little bit of wiggle room. It worked out okay, so thank God for that. And I got a ride from my dad back into our neighborhood so that I could leave my truck with my grandma. And I'm pretty sure that schedule as it worked out okay for him too ultimately. So that was good. I am sleepy, but I get to have a little bit of a delayed start tomorrow morning, so that's something to look forward to. And I'm excited to wind down with maybe a movie or a TV show tonight. I was a little bit in the spirit of Gilmore Girls because of being in Connecticut, but I think I'm over it now. All right, cheers. Thanks for joining me on this trip. Bye.